Simulate is to show as if it is in your knowledge. Dissimulate, you know something, but you pretend, you present things as if you are totally innocent and you want to find out about something. So both are equally needed. That comes from Mekauli, that comes from Chakya, isn't it? Simulation and dissimulation for administration. That is the one of the basic conditions. Simulation and dissimulation.
One more thing, sir.
Yes.
In some conflicts of the uni, we used to say hum.
जी
बिल्कुल
लखनऊ में मैं नहीं कहते सकते नहीं मैं जो है immodest है हम जो है and some people feel offended isn't it they think that it is something regal isn't it something kings like हम ये करेंगे और दरवाजे कोई नॉक कर रहा है मुझे कौन का हम अबे कितने आदमी हैं हम के लिए चाय बन रही हम आए चाय बनने लगी 4 आदमी के लिए घर में और पता चला एक ही बंदा बाहर खड़ा हुआ है ये तो खैर उसके फनी पार्ट्स होते हैं एस्पेक्ट्स होते हैं लैंग्वेज के माय नेक्स्ट पॉइंट टू यू इज प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस इट इज वेल नोन फैक्ट रीडिंग मेक्स यू अ बेटर राइटर द मोर यू रीड द बेटर यू राइट व्हाई व्हेन यू रीड नॉट जस्ट वोकैबुलरी सर isn't it is the construction it is the style it is the presentation skill that you capture, that you know. The more you read, the better you would write. It is like making. Logic. Just as in logic we say cause and effect, A leading to B, B leading to C, same is this. Listening leading to speaking, speaking, next stage is reading, and as you were just rightly pointing out, listening and listening is mostly listening and reading they are passive, and speaking and writing they are productive. You have to produce something. These are just technical words. More important, more pertinent for you is this reading, the connection between reading and writing. For your children, for your students, emphasize this as much as possible. And reading, not just for the sake of reading, it should be intensive reading, extensive reading, active reading, with eyes wide open, so as to observe what is said and how it is said, isn't it? The art of presentation. So that was just one point. Now very quickly I will go through some of the points which are a bit confusing for non-English ones. Look at the first word, allusion, and the next is illusion. Allusion is to make an indirect reference to something historical. That is allusion. An English poet, British poet, Irish poet, W.E. Yeats has written a poem. The title of the poem is The Second Coming. The Second Coming, simple words, but it is an allusion. Jesus, the Christian Jesus, will come back to this world before the end of time. An Urdu writer, Prof. Heather, has written the novel Sita Haran. Look, at one level, Sita and Haran is in Hindi word, isn't it? Adoption and whatever. But at another level, it is a reference. It is a reference to Eve. So when you say something which has its reference in history, it is called as allusion. It is highly common in literature. Literature is full of allusion. The next word is illusion. Illusion is, please listen carefully, illusion is to have a good opinion of something beforehand, before your experience. I have some illusions about Mumbai. Mumbai is the financial capital, full of glamour, full of light, full of wealth. I have some illusions. When I visit Mumbai, I see its underbelly, I feel disillusioned. Disillusioned? Unhappy. But please don't confuse disillusion with delusion. Delusion is Delusion. I suffer from delusion of grandeur. Grandeur, grand. Delusion is mistaken belief. So people who are mad or crazy, they have delude and delusion. And this is illusion and disillusion. You have illusion and then you get disillusion. Is this clear to you? Illusion and illusion. Almost similar sounding, but totally different in meaning. Next one, these are now in words, buzzwords, very popular words. Alumina and alumni, this is for female students of an institution. Alumna, singular, alumni, plural. And same for male, masculine gender, aluminous and alumni. Now it is the age of gender parity. Women are very conscious generally if you say alumni, and if you don't take this into account, alumni, you may feel some kind of embarrassment. So better use both the words wherever the context is. Generally, plurals, they are not gender specific, but in this case, yes.
There is no gender neutral word for it?
No, there is no gender.
There could be one now.
We can say the former graduates, the former students of this institution, isn't it? But you don't have, I just brought it to your attention. Generally we say alumni associations, isn't it? Include men, both.
Sometimes
ladies.
we don't permit gender neutrality. Like in the case of my University Act, if somebody says chairperson in place of chairman, that will not be considered. They say chairman has to continue, it cannot be chairperson. So sometimes it is bound to be there. Or like maybe by way of laws or something.
Yes, I wanted to bring this point to your attention that it is gender specific also, aluminous, alumni. Next is apt, liable, likely. Again, positive and negative ideas are there. Liable is used in a negative sense. If you do this, you are liable to face punishment. If you pull the, I don't know in trains if you still do have chains or not, if you pull it without any justification, you are liable to imprisonment and penalty. Apt is used in a positive sense. Apt, one meaning of apt is suitable. His observation is apt. And he is apt to do it, most likely. But likely is neutral. He is likely to suffer, he is likely to pass the examination, he is likely to fail. So certain words, they have positive and negative connotations. Look at the word I use, connotations. Connotations, shades of meaning. Not that they are positive or negative, but they have this idea of this. Next is, yes, between, among, amid. Between two persons, among more than two, amid is for non-living books. Amid all the books on Ramayana, the one by Vyas is the best one. If I say among all the books, it will go. No, it is not. You say wrong English, but at this stage, maybe somewhere you come across this word. You come across the word amid, so you should know what does amid mean. And even the older one, the question you were asking her, the older version is amidst, A-M-I-D-S-T. And sometimes you see in old books the word is, now it is used as amid. So amid is used for in the non-living being context, among for human beings, living beings, and between for two persons. Just as the other day we were talking about and each. If you are not careful, then these minor problems may be right. Yes, this one is few and a few, little and a little. Please be clear in mind. I know most of you already know it, but just to refresh it, let me put it in black and white. Right. First of all, little and a little, few, a few. The first point is, this is used for uncountable, and few and a few, they are used for countable. This is the basic distinction. Okay? Is this correct? Just think about the thing if you are confused whether it is countable or uncountable. Now the more important part is, without this "a", it is negative, this is odd. He just brought me, here is a water bottle, Indian English, here is a bottle of water, British English. But water bottle is so common, everyone says water bottle, isn't it? But according to typical English, it should be bottle of water, isn't it? Just as we say, he will give the welcome address. In standard English, there is no welcome address. It is the address of welcome, isn't it? But that goes like that. So look here, there is, I want water. There is little water in this bottle, so I will request him to give me a little. You get my point? When we say without a, little is only little, so something in negligible quantity, almost absent. That is little money. I have little money, sorry, I cannot buy this expensive book. Little is, money is uncountable, so I will use word little. And he has little memory, he forgets everything. A little is respective, something. Something in the respectable quantity, for we use the word. I have a little money which I will donate.
Both basically denote indefinite amount.
Negative.
Yeah, they are indefinite. Yeah, but the more important is the size of the amount. If the amount is negligible, we will say little, and if the amount is considerable, respectable, then we say a lot. I have a little money, I will donate it 5,000, 10,000, depending upon the context. But I have little money, so I can't buy
Basically,
it.
it's a negative sentence.
Basically, it is a negative.
No, I have no money, means I have little.
Yes, but the only difference between I have no money and little money is when we say no money, zero. When we say little money, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, maximum 5%. If something is, he just brought me a cup of tea, and there was little sugar. I asked him to bring a little sugar. Not all the sugar in the world, some 1 spoon, 2 spoon sugar which I take. So if there is no water in the bottle, then nothing. Simple enough, bring me another water bottle. But when something is negligible, almost absent, we say little, same is about few and a few. Look here, I am a student of English, I have few books on music in my personal life. How many? 1 or 2. Otherwise, as you pointed out, if I don't have any, I will say I have no book on music, sorry. But 1 or 2 books, somehow it is there, so I have few books on music. But I have a few books on poetry. You get me? My younger brother is extrovert. He has a few friends. I am introvert. I have few friends. Hardly any, 1 or 2. And now here, I just use these two words, introvert and extrovert. Introvert, who keeps himself to himself. All these are English idioms. To keep himself to himself, and extrovert is someone outgoing, someone very not social, social, isn't it? Or in today's terminology, socialist, isn't it? They are having party animals. Right, few, little, and little, is this clear? And please keep that point in mind, cannot is one word. English is a funny language, do not, have not, all not separate words, but with cannot, it is one single word. Always join can and not. Next is data, memoranda, again there are plurals. So data is reliable, data is unreliable, is wrong. It should be data are reliable, data are unreliable. Same is memorandum and memoranda. Yeah, about a dozen words in English like this. Phenomenal, phenomenal.
So what is the
This-
singular word for this data?
Datum,
Datum.
D-A-T-U-M, datum,
Because-
datum. But again, the problem is millions of people use data in a singular sense.
So it can be used
But
in both.
as a student of English, it is responsibility of my responsibility, or Professor Agrawal's responsibility to point this out. Now, as I said, everything goes, isn't it? Who cares? Come on, look at it. SMS language, no grammar, no spelling, no vocabulary, everything goes, isn't it? So, yes.
But data is also used as a reference level. So there might be confusion when you are using it as a plural for data and using it as a reference level. That depends on the context then.
Of course it depends, but generally speaking, when we say data, we mean facts and figures, relevant points about something, that's what data is, right? Next one is disinterested and uninterested. Look, I am interested in cricket, so I watched the match last night. I watched the match as a disinterested person. And I am not interested as an uninterested person. So look here, disinterested shows, it means disinterested means without any bias, without any prejudice. Prejudice, look at the word, pre, before, judice, Latin word for judgment, judiciary. If you have made up your mind, you have to support one particular team, you are not a disinterested person. An educated person should always be disinterested. But please remember, disinterested does not mean lack of interest. If there is a lack of interest, then you are uninterested. I didn't watch the cricket match because I was uninterested. But I watched the match as a disinterested person. Whoever plays well, let that team win. So it is a matter of attitude, mental position, each other, one another. Rajesh, just dikhai jaldi se. Just some more points I will tell you. Next page kar dein. The baby was weeping. Typical Indian English. Should be crying.
Done.
No, he has already done. The baby was weeping. When at school we are taught weep, grown up, but in English, American context, it is always crying. हम लोग क्या समझते हैं, हिंदी से हमने अंग्रेजी ट्रांसलेशन पढ़ा तो क्राई का मतलब है चीखना, चीख पुकार करना। और ये जो है जिनका रोना होता है, they always use crying. They were crying profusely. Another very common mistake, please pay attention to that. He was appointed as the Dean of Student Welfare. He was appointed as director. Nothing such as. He was appointed captain, he was appointed secretary, he was appointed director. When you say as, it means like that. He is not like that. He himself is the director, isn't it? But in Indian English, in 9 out of 10 cases you will find so and so has been appointed as this, as this. Pardon?
As many in charge.
Yes. So It should be somebody appointed, professor, somebody was appointed, secretary, whatever designation is, you already hold that designation, so what is this as doing there, isn't it? As means like that, you are not like that, you are the real person. So please keep that point in mind. I know you have to leave at 1:30 for a trip. So very quickly, I think last point would be, there are certain words in English which are absolutes. Please take a mental note of these. Unique, complete, perfect, excellent. Never use more or most. If something is perfect, it is perfect. If something is complete, it's complete. If something is unique, it is unique. Don't use any kind of, what we say, this comparative or superlative statement. And you are junior to someone, you are senior to someone, not than. English is a funny language. He is wiser than me, she is taller than me. For all other adjectives, we use than, isn't it? But there are 6 words in English where we use to, elder to, younger to. Younger than in a mathematical sense when we are counting the number, but as blood tie, kinship, younger to me. So, junior to, senior to, superior to, inferior to, younger to, and elder to. And the other is more technical, anterior to and posterior to.
Exterior also.
What is exterior to? Exterior to something. So that's and yes, let me tell you about calculator. Please calculate someone on something, not for, isn't it? Newspapers are full of this. The Prime Minister calculated Virat Kohli for winning the match. Never for. It must be on winning something, on doing something, calculations on something, not for. Letter, the first letter is always used in relation to, with reference to former and latter, isn't it? 2 things. First one is former, the second thing is latter with double T, and the other later is late, later and latest. Something after that, and don't confuse this latter and later with litter, L-I-T-T-E-R, litter, that has 2 meanings, isn't it? And then liter, L-I-T-R-E, liter, and then there's loiter, L-O-I-T, loiter, then lighter, unending, isn't it? Language is unending, but this is a bit more confusing, latter and later. Is this clear to you? Former and latter, isn't it? I mentioned 2 things. We have 2 main seasons, winter and summer. The former is from November to February, and the latter from April to July. So first one and second one, that's what the former and latter are here. And may, can, might, very this thing. May shows possibility, 50%. Might is 25% possibility, weak possibility. He may come tonight, he might come tonight. When we use can shows potential. Look here, there is ability and there is capability. Ability which is already there, which is proved. Capability is which is inside, which is potential, which may or may not come true. So, very briefly I am telling you, may is 50% chance. Might is 25% chance, and I have to stop. Last point will be must and have to. Yes, come on. If you are traveling by train or by flight, you have to buy a ticket and you must buy a ticket. Think and then answer.
Have to is compulsion.
Compulsion, and must is
It
choice.
is an advice.
Choice.
It is an advice you can take.
Have to
Then
buy.
who will go to prison if you don't buy the ticket and travel without ticket? You will end up in the prison. But that
generally we use.
अगर आपको ट्रेन से जा रहे हैं, you have to buy a ticket and you must buy a ticket.
Must buy.
Must buy. और have to का क्या मतलब हुआ? इसमें choice है.
I have to go to related to attend a training.
Yes. क्या है इसमें idea? Compulsion है?
नहीं.
नहीं है.
My son may allow or may not allow.
लेकिन जब आपका सिलेक्शन HRD ने अलीगढ़ में किया तो you have to go to अलीगढ़, isn't it? Compulsion तो हुआ ना आपके ऊपर एक वो है. Someone is giving you a command. Yes, very quickly. Any idea about solving this mystery? Tommy sir, we use these words every day, isn't it? But at the mental level, there should be clarity of thought. Let me tell you, both of them are compulsory, mandatory. The note of compulsion is there 100%. They are total. It is not that in one you have choice. The only difference is, and both of them are related to commands. The only difference which you should be to which you should pay attention is when the command is coming from the speaker. We use the word must. He very rightly used, I have to go to Aligarh to attend the train. It was not his choice, isn't it? Somebody commanded him to do this. So if the command is from another agency, we say have to. So when I tell my son, you have to buy a ticket before you travel, this is a command from father to son. But when I tell him, you have to buy a ticket before you travel, I am telling him the command of the railway ministry or law that every person must buy a ticket before he or she travels. Okay? So this is meaning wise they are same, but their situation that changes. So when you are in one situation, when you are in positions of authority, sometimes you will say you must, sometimes you will say you have to. And this, the list is unending. When we meet next, we can do. And who आए नजम साहब आए आपके? नहीं आए. अच्छा जब नजम साहब आए उनके लोगों से मिलवा जरूर देगा. उनके कुछ लोग पढ़वाने के लिए कह रहे हैं. वही जो एजेंट है, his name is Mr. Najam. So please tell him if you want to extend your insurance. Yes.
Okay, I have one word to clarify because I think even people made a mistake here. Faculty and faculties. Faculty is used as a plural itself. And sometimes it is used as a singular also. But I think that some people
Thank you for drawing attention to that. Yes, let me clarify. First of all, faculty is plural. In English, British context, American context, faculty, they don't use this word staff or teaching. Always when they say faculty, they mean the teachers, they mean what we call as the staff association. So this no faculty is what we say is superfluous, isn't it? It is something beyond what is required. Faculty in British context and in the university context is, while I'm talking about the university, let me tell you one more thing. Please always use on the campus. There is no such thing as in the campus or at the campus. पता है अग्रवाल साहब, पता आप लोगों ने अंग्रेजी बहुत ही मुश्किल से पढ़ी है. एक तकलीफ होती है in the campus. 10 में से no notice में लगेगा. In the campus, at the campus, there is no such thing. Campus premises, they are always on the campus, on the premises, and not at.
My question is, if it doesn't change the intelligibility of the
Of course.
sentence that much, then why give so much importance to?
देखिए मैं क्या कहा आप लोग जो हैं कल God willing,
if I can respond to what he has
just a minute, but you will be in positions of authority, isn't it? So at least you should know what is right and what is wrong. वरना चलने को तो सब चल रहा है, हवाई मुल्क में सभी चलता है, चलती कदम गाड़ी है. और ये बात आपकी बिल्कुल सही है. अब जो लैंग्वेज की यूज है जिस लेवल पे हो रहा है और जो उसके इन्फ्लुएंसेस हैं उसमें तो रूल्स की या उसकी बात करने की बिल्कुल वो है. इट कांट बी स्टॉप. द ब्रिटिश दे स्टॉप 50 years ago और दिस फाउलर्स यूसेज और जोन्स का आरपी ये सब अब उसको इंग्लिश देखिए अजीब बहुत ही वो है, मतलब आयरनिकल चीज है. जब हमने पढ़ना शुरू किया तो ये कहलाता था स्टडी ऑफ इंग्लिश लिटरेचर. अब वो इंग्लिश को यूज करने वाले नॉन इंग्लिश इतने हो गए हैं कि उसको इंग्लिश लिटरेचर नहीं कहते, वो कहते हैं लिटरेचर इन इंग्लिश. नाइजीरिया के लोग, साउथ अफ्रीका के लोग, ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लोग, इंडिया के millions लोग, so it is no longer English in that context. So all varieties are accepted. But since you will deal with such situations, I thought that let me bring this to your attention. We deal in business, we deal with issues, isn't it? That's another thing. My uncle deals in automobiles, isn't it? And I am dealing with English usage. So, and at one level, it is irritating, but for others, it is something very interesting, fascinating. It is like a